Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1957 Royal Quiet De Luxe vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the paging straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This one has magic margins on each side. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers and a scale to set those margins. Right now they're on the edges, so you have maximum clearance is actually where I want them. But if you wanted that right margin to be at 50 right there, then you just put the cursor where you want it to be and then flip that button on the top right, and it sends the margin to that spot. If you want it closer to the edge, you hold the carriage release behind the knob and the magic margin at the same time and just let it go where you want it to stop at, and it sends it to that spot. Same with the left side. Say I wanted it right there, I just push the magic margin and it sends it to that spot. If you want it on the edge, you hold the carriage release and the magic margin at the same time. It'll drag it to the edge there. And that's where I want it for maximum clearance here. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets it back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch forward. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep that on single and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. To switch from black to red, there's a switch right on the right side here. Flip that to the left, and there's a red indicator there to tell you that you're printing red. That just prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. And if you have it all the way over to white, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. We're going to move that over for red. Beautiful typing machine. This is actually a really nice, I don't know if it's the year or the model or is this really nice production, but compared to a lot of the other Royal Quiet Deluxes, this is really easy to use and it functions well. Like it's tuned up, ready to go. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Shift on each side and shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top left works great. Tab on the right. Let's flip this down and put this back to black as a default here. Tab on the right. We have tabs set at 10 space intervals. And to move those, you just flip this panel back and just push these little tabs over. Kind of like a typical margins are. Kind of replaced with the tabs here, but they're manual set, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And there's a scale back there to tell you exactly what space you're on. Margin release below that. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. If you hit that margin release, it will allow you to go all the way to the end. That works. Open the hood, all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right. If you want to switch that direction, you just flip this switch here above the touch control to the left, and it pulls to the left. Flip it to the right, and it pulls to the right. Touch control right below that, and you just kind of push it down and move it. The higher you want to go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. They do respond faster, but you got to hit them harder when you have it on that high touch control. On the right side of the carriage is the carriage release. Very smooth. And same on the left. And this is your carriage lock here. If you push it down and you move the carriage to the middle, it'll lock the carriage to that spot. Flip it up and it frees it up. If you push in the button at the end of the knob here, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And the same concept with this lever here. You flip it back towards the front here and it disables the spacing. You flip it back and it get the clicks. And the page gauge is right in the inside of the platen there, and it just tells you how many spaces you have before you get to the end of the bottom of the page. So you set it at set right there, and then as you're typing and skipping lines, it just tells you when you're getting close to the end. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.